What's going on, everybody? I am DJ McCree, and yeah, we're talking about Dune 2, and this is pretty much a celebration of me doing a sound pack for this. I'm doing a preset set for this. For it's gonna be loud pack. It's gonna be that version because I have the first version that's in Harmor, and I totally enjoyed making it. So I am totally making another one for Dune 2 users and Dune 2 owners or whatnot. So yeah. So this particular episode or whatever is going to be about how arpeggiation works within this particular plugin, which is very interesting. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to make sure that I don't do this messed up. So I already have a patch initial. I've been working with the same patch. And I'm going to turn off the envelope. And yeah. So, all right, so now that I've been playing with the sound, we're gonna go into this area. So how do you access the arpeggiation area? So it's in this area right here. So you pay attention where the cursor is circling around. You just go into the arpeggiation right here. There's an arpeggiation tab, which is ARP, Arpeggios, Arpeggiator, however you like to say it. So as you know, going into that does not turn it on. This particular plugin has different ways that you can turn it on. Now, if you want all your sounds to go through the arpeggiation, which I have a saw 2 as well, I had it soloed, voice soloed. You can go into this all area right here and have it affected. Say you do not want the square and the saw, which the saw is in page 1 and the square is in page 2. Say if you want just the saw to be affected, you just select it by this way. You activate it right here. As you can hear, the sawtooth, and I'm going to solo it, is the one that's being affected by that. So one of the grandest, coolest freaking things about this particular plugin is this right here. It's this area right here, because this is where all the most interesting stuff, at least to me, happens as far as sound design. Now I'm going to go ahead and just go to a few things, options right here. You have your particular options right here, which you can go up, down, which you won't hear off top because you have to set the octaves. You can set it to 2. It's down, up, down, and down, up, alter, up, alt, up, alternative, random, and dynamic, and playback. Now playback, we'll get into playback a little later, and chord, which is kind of a feature that you'll get into once you start adding more voices or more pages to your effect, which you will add a chord effect to it. Now that we're in the regular step sequencer area of this, we're going to talk about how it's more functional, most of its functionalities. Now in this area right here, the notes are selected. You used to have 1 through 12, which represents the your basic 12 keys, which obviously is C, D, F, G, A, B. Wait. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Yeah. I left the E out. Anyways, so basically that's your 12 keys in your octave. So if I was to play this now, and I'm going to put it on octave 1, you can see that it's playing the octave up from C5. So, you can, add different ones like here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do some random. Now, say I just want it to play the 4 steps. I can adjust it right here. And again, I'm going to unsolo 1 and play 2 as well. So it's not really on key or anything like that, which I'm just going to go ahead and try to make something make sense. So I'm going to go ahead and do 0. Adjust the semitones a little bit. Drop it down. No, I'm going to drop it more down. Drop the octave down to 24. So we have a little. Then you can add more. And then how you access the different steps is once you go past 8 steps, you can go to 9, 9 to 16, and 17 to 24, 25 to 32. So you have 32 steps to work with, which is awesome. It's awesome. Now, one thing I will note is if you want something like perhaps, I'm gonna get out 5 real quick. You want one of these to be dead silent. You just left click on this and drag it to this, and that represents no sound. You can have this extend, so it'll play the full note instead of just like a tidbit of the note. And then you can also, obviously, you can change the rate, which, you just left click on the rate area and adjust. And it adjusts by the host. It's synced to the host, so, don't mind that. If you want it not to sync, you can just turn the sync off, which, to each his own on that. So we're going to go and have it at 1/16, and we're going to turn slide on and see what it does. And a slide obviously slides the notes and swings it. Gives it that little goofy swing if you like that. So that's not all. One of the key features of this particular plugin in general, which needs to be in every plugin, to be honest, is that it has MIDI functionality. And we're going to access it right here. Now, off top, you don't have anything in there. You can, however, you don't have anything in there, but this is important that you have playback. The playback will, once you load a MIDI file, which you load MIDI file in there, and I'm just going to load a MIDI file this way. So if you have a MIDI file on deck somewhere, you can load it in here and look. That is some serious business right there. I cannot tell you any more seriously than that I just did. Very, very awesome. So if I was to unmute that and play. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make something interesting of this. Then I'm gonna go ahead and kind of good son. Add more voices too. Spread it. Spread the square a little bit. Shows you how awesome the spread is in this particular plugin. And I think you can swing this too as well. Yes, you can. All these are affected as well. So what else? Let me see. So you really can't change the octave because you already have the octaves in there. So one of the major questions is, and this might blow your mind, like, what if, you know, I'm just gonna go ahead and record some Schmidt. What am I use? I just use this right here. This won't be. Just record some notes real quick. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and sequence something real quick. Of course, it's not gonna be 100% synced correctly because I'm not using SIO for all in FL Studio, so it's gonna be off like a bug. But that's the only way I can actually do streams and whatnot and not lose any of my driver power. So we have this right here. So what the next thing is going to do, hopefully I can remember, I believe it's like save score or something like that. File, save score. Oh, export as MIDI file. And so, you know, export as MIDI file, you know, in FL Studio, I'm gonna just have it, name it house. I had to keep myself from doing something very rude and disrespectful. So we have a house that's on my desktop. So I'm gonna go ahead and load MIDI file. Hopefully it does it, so I don't look like a total idiot in front of you guys. And as you can see, it's in there. Whew. I'm gonna go ahead and solo that square because actually no, that's not what I'm supposed to be soloing. Voice one. So yeah, so you can actually insert stuff that you did in whatever particular DAW that you're using and pull it into Dune 2 and have total access to it. You might have to play your chords a little. Yeah, you have to play your chords on the major scale for it to actually kind of pan out right, or not. I mean, it just depends on how you you adjust what you want to do, because you can actually adjust the semitones to whatever chords that you're playing, from whatever fifth chords or seventh chords or whatnot that you're playing. So, but yeah, I have instant fifth chords, and I'm only using one hand, one finger, in that. So that is like freaking awesome. You know, so, but keep in mind, and maybe if I don't want it on there, or I just want it on 3, you know, you have to activate it again. activate the ARP again. The ARP area only works one time, but you can activate it in all the different voices or layers. So keep that in mind. The next chapter I'm going to do, the next thing I'm going to cover is the actual voice edit common area, which is the 1 through 8 voices, because I'm pretty sure that there's some people that might ask about that. So yeah, this is a pretty lengthy part to talk about, even though it's really not that complex. It's just something real cool that you might want to work with as far as your sound design. So, if you have any questions, ask me. If you like this video, give it a like. And if this is your first video that you've seen of this particular series, please check out the rest of the playlist. It would be a playlist for this particular one in general by itself, so that there's no misleading anybody, because this is well needed on YouTube. It's not many videos on this. So yeah, it's your boy DJ McCree, and check in with me while I'll be talking about this area, the voice section right here, next, and it'll be pretty short. Later.